What is up, guys? Welcome back to a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links data mine video. In today's data mine video, we're going to be talking about some cards that I didn't talk about in my previous video. In my previous data mine video, I was talking about the cards that were going to be in the ranked PvP rewards from September and October. And in this one, we're just going to talk about some miscellaneous cards that are going to get released after this current ranked PvP season. And we're also going to talk about a few little other things, but mostly this video is just going to be talking about a lot of cards in the game and stuff like that. So yeah. Another thing too about this data mine video is that this data mine video is going to be different from my previous data mine video simply because I am pressed on time right now. Basically today is Friday, and originally my parents said that we're going to be heading out of town on Saturday. All of a sudden, my mom wakes me up and she tells me that we're going to be heading out of town today. So due to that, I won't be able to bulk record any videos for you guys. And since I'm pressed on time right now, this video won't be really edited. Because in my previous data mine videos, I have these like little backgrounds and stuff like that for you guys and stuff like that. But that's not going to be the case. I'm going to be looking up these cards on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki for you guys. So I'm sorry about that, but I need to get this video out because the longer I procrastinate on this video, the more it's like useless to make and stuff like that. So yeah, and then I'll hopefully be back on Sunday, but I will probably start making videos again on Monday for you guys. So sorry that I can't bulk record videos for you guys. I just simply can't because I don't have enough time to bulk record videos for you guys. So yeah, but without further ado, let's go talk about today's data mine video. As always, be sure to go hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, but of course you can watch the video before you do so nonetheless. Now we're going to go to over here real quick, and so this is my Discord right now. If you guys want to join my Discord, link in the description down below, and huge shout out to Yazin from my Discord for sending over these event stuff right here. Basically in my previous video, like I already said, I talked about all of these little ranked PvP ticket rewards, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about some of this stuff right here. We got a little bit of stuff to talk about in today's video. Now the first thing, of course, is just little things that apparently the mat and sleeves for Yubel has been updated. The card sleeves are now called Rise of Yubel Ultimate Nightmare, and the game mat Rise of Yubel Ultimate Nightmare right there. So I'm going to assume that the event is going to be called Rise of Yubel, and I'm actually looking forward to that Yubel event. It's going to be nice to get a new GX character in Duel Links, especially a new character to level up, because most of my characters are almost to level 30, and I don't know, it's fun to level up a character from 0 to 30 to get a lot of gems quickly. Trying to get them from 30 to 45 takes forever. And stuff like that. But yeah, cool that Yubel is going to be in here and stuff like that, but not really much to talk about with Yubel. Now we're going to be talking about some cards. Like I said, the release date are going to be after the end of the current ranked season. That's why I want to make this video now, because the ranked season is about to end and stuff like that. So this video is going to probably, some of the cards are going to probably be outdated pretty quick, to be honest. So that's going to suck right there. Anyways, we're going to go search up the first card right here, and I'm going to do this. So I'm going to move this over here, and then we're going to move this over here. So yeah, we have first card right here. It is going to be Anti-Fusion Device. So Anti-Fusion Device is going to be a UR card that we're going to be getting after this current ranked PvP season. Most likely all of these cards we're going to be talking about are going to either come in the card trader, or they're going to be coming in like, you know, events like duel-a-thons and stuff like that, kind of events like that. And anyways, Anti-Fusion Device, it's a trap card, and all it says is just destroy one face-up fusion monster in the field. That's it. That's literally all it does. Now, I'm guessing they're going to label this as a UR card simply because of the fact that, I mean, it destroys a face-up fusion monster onto the board. You don't have to do any cost. Like, because a lot of cards that we already have in Duel Links, like, you know, Tribute to the Doom, Dark Core, that pop, you know, what is it, monsters on the board and stuff like that. You have to, like, discard a card to activate the effect. With Anti-Fusion Device, you don't have to play any cost at all. You don't have to pay any cost at all. And then you also can, you know, just destroy a fusion monster on the board. Now the thing that sucks about this is the fact that you're not always going to go against a fusion deck every single duel. You just can't. You're not always going to be able to. So the fact that like if you try to play this card, you're not going to consistently pop it off in every single duel simply because you're not always going to go against a fusion deck every single duel. The most play I would see this card seeing right now is if you match it up against Master Hero Anki. Master Hero Anki can get destroyed by this card, I believe, so I don't know right there. But, I mean, it's a cool card. Maybe in the future we'll get some fusion meta happening. There will be some fusion decks that are just absolutely OP, and maybe we'll see that in the future, so I don't know right there. Neat little card. Most likely going to be a card trader. If it's a UR card that's a card trader, I would understand that. That wouldn't be too bad. As long as we don't have to pay gems or money to get this card, I'm fine with it being a UR card. But it's not going to pop off all the time right there. So it's kind of meant right there. Next card we're going to be talking about is a card called the Monarch's Awaken. And honestly, I think this card's actually really cool. Now, I'm surprised it is a rare card, but let me just go read it out for you boys. So the Monarch's Awaken is going to be a, you know, it is a trap card in the game. If you have no cards in your extra deck, target a face face-up tribute summon monster you control, its effects are negated and also is unaffected by the effects of cards other than this card. So what's kind of cool about this card, and what I believe it basically makes it happen, is that you're going to be able to make your monsters invincible, basically right here. So yeah, you target a tribute monster, monster you control. It could be monarchs or it could be some other tribute summon monster. While its effect is going to be negated, it's also unaffected by the effects of cards other than this card. So what it sounds like to me is that even though you're gonna lose your effect of your tribute monster, you're also gonna make that tribute monster invincible against all of your opponent's spell, traps, and monster effects and stuff like that. I don't think your opponent can fade it. I don't think your opponent's gonna be able to activate trap cards to destroy it. I think since it says the unaffected by effects of cards other than this card is basically making it invincible, and the only way your opponent's gonna get over your monster is simply by getting their monster to be stronger than yours. So I think that's going to be a really cool thing right there. And then I also think some really cool players are going to find some tribute monsters in Duel Links that you have to tribute summon, but at the same time their effects kind of hold it back, while you can use the Monarch's Awaken to just negate its effects altogether and make it an invincible monster. So I think it's going to be pretty cool right there. Now the only way you're going to be able to pop this, of course, is by making it a tribute summon monster. So comboing this card with Cyrus Style will help out and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know though. It's going to be a cool card though. I believe it's going to make all of your monsters invincible by everything. Not exactly sure, but that's just what I'm guessing because it just says unaffected by the effects of cards. You guys can help me out in the comment section, maybe telling me about this and stuff like that right there. So I don't know though. I think this card's gonna be pretty cool though. I think this card's actually gonna be a pretty good card. Next up, we're gonna be talking about an archetype that's actually been introduced in Duel Links already, and to be honest, I'm not really hyped about it like at all. Not gonna be hyped about it at all. And I'm gonna go to a sip of my drink right now because my throat is dying. Okay, so we're going to be talking about these familiar possesses, okay? Now, these familiar possesses are a very interesting archetype. We actually got a couple of these familiar possesses in the previous card trader thing. We got the fire familiar possessed and the earth familiar possessed. And what I've been noticing about these familiar possesses is that they all have the exact same effect, except that they're different attributes and stuff like that. And I think the two familiar possesses, the light and dark ones, have different effects, but we're not getting those yet in Duel Links, sadly. It sucks right there. But yeah, familiar possess Era is a 4-star water spellcaster. With the effect, you can send an Era, the water charmer, and a water monster you control to the graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand or deck, and if you do, this card gets the following effect. During battle between this attacking card and the defense position monster whose defense is lower than the attack of this card, inflict the battle damage to your opponent. Now, all the familiar possesses literally have the exact same effect. It can inflict piercing damage. You special summon it by sending a water charmer and a water monster you control to the graveyard, and special summon this card from your hand or deck, and if you do, this card gets the following effect and all that stuff right there. Now, to be honest, the effect itself is kind of mediocre. I'm guessing what Konami was trying to say with the familiar possesses and what combos they were thinking of doing is basically, if we take a look at the water charmer, basically all the charmers in this game have, if you flip it, target a face-up monster your opponent controls or water monster your opponent controls, you can take control of that card, target while this card's face-up on the field. So basically, if you're going against a water deck, you flip up the water charmer, steal one of their water monsters, then what you can do is that you can special summon into this familiar possessed right here, and you basically sack off your opponent's monster and your water charmer to go in for the effects. So it's a cheeky little combo. It is alright, but will he pop it off consistently? Most likely no, simply because of the fact that, well, you're not always going to go against a water deck. You're not always going to go against the certain deck that you're using, depending on which familiar possessed you're playing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know right here. And then another example right here, we have this Wind Charmer right here. Send one wind monster controller to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand or deck. If you do, this card gets the following effect. During battle between this attacking card and the defense position monster whose defense position is lower than the attack of this card, inflict the battle damage to your opponent. Same exact effect, except it's for the wind attribute. You're not always going to go against a wind deck, so you're not going to always pop off with this effect. The only time I would see the familiar possesses being alright is if a certain meta happens in the game where every single monster your opponent has in their deck is a certain attribute. Then this deck might be a little good. It might be a little anti-meta deck, but at the same time, it's you're not always going to go against that certain attribute. So I don't know, man. I honestly don't know how well this card's going to play out in the future. So I don't know. And I think the two other familiar possesses, from what I looked up in the past, the light and dark one actually have some extra effects, I believe. So I don't know, but the 4 ones that we have right now are going to be pretty mediocre. Now, here's an interesting trap card. So this is going to be an SR trap card right here. And basically all it says is that activate only when a face-up monster you control is removed from play. Attack of all face-up monsters on the board become 0. So I think this card might be alright. This card will definitely kind of counter against Spellbooks, in my opinion, because Spellbooks is currently like the #1 deck to banish face-up monsters and stuff like that. You can play Zero Force to make all of your opponent's monsters into 0 attack. This will probably help out against Silent Magician a little bit, and stuff like that. But at the same time, I don't know how well this will play. Maybe in the future we'll get some other decks that banish a lot and banish face-up cards and stuff like that, or face-up monsters real quick, and you can use this against your opponent. So I think this card might be useful in the future, but right now it's just kind of meh. All it does is that, yeah, if you're one of your face-up monster gets banished that you control, you can make all the attack of face-up monsters is 0. So cool card, I guess, but will it pop off all the time? Probably not. Next up, we're going to be searching up this other card right here. Let me go try to find that. Very cool right there. Let's go over here. Man, my throat is dying. I tried to re-record this video a few times now, and like my throat's dying right now, so I'm sorry about that. Anyway, so this is a rare card. It is called Spellstone Sorcerer Karud. Yeah, I guess Karud right there. And anyways, once per turn, when another monster card's effect is activated while there is no spell counter cards or spellstone counter on this card, place a spellstone counter on this card, max of 1. This card gains 300 defense for each spellstone counter on it. Once per turn, you can remove one spellstone's counter from your side of the field to select a card opponent's graveyard and remove it from play. Okay, I see why this is a rare, because I mean the effect is kind of like meh. It's kind of like, I don't know what to really say about this card, to be honest. Maybe in the future, when this card comes out, we'll get some other Spellstone Sorcerer or Spellstone counter support, because so far I don't think there's any other Spellstone Sorcerer like support and stuff like that, so that's kind of weird right there. And literally all this card is for is just banishing monsters from your opponent graveyard. I feel like that is just not worthwhile to use this card for whatever reason. Maybe in the future though, it'll be very useful, like I've been saying a lot of these other cards, but it's kind of like, okay. I don't know. I guess one thing I could think about is that Synchros are coming out soon, and I think Synchros are definitely going to like having monsters in the graveyard, so that they can go for certain special summons and stuff like that, but still, I don't think you should specifically use this monster to go for the banishing and stuff like that, so I really don't know. I actually don't know how I feel about that card. It's just kind of like meh to me. If you guys know anything about these Spellstone cards, definitely tell me in the comment section down below. But yeah, I don't really know how I feel about that card. It's kind of like meh to me right now, you know what I'm saying? Next up though, we're going to be checking out this Wonder Garage. It is a trap card, and it is a normal rarity. One of those face down cards destroy and send to the graveyard. You can special summon a level 4 lower machine type Roid monster from your hand. Okay, I mean, hey, it's not horrible, but it's like not crazy either. I don't think I would waste a spell, or I don't think I would waste the slot in my deck to play this card, but it's just a little neat effect. Literally all it is, you set one of your face-down machine monsters, gets destroyed, special summon a Roid monster. Very cool, but meh, it's a meh card. There's a reason why it's a rare, I guess. And the last card we're going to talk about is an SR called Nomadic Force. Nomadic Force, let's go take a look at that. Before the end of the current ranked season. So I think we're actually going to get this card relatively soon. This does say that it's going to be the release date before the end of the current ranked season. So I think by the time this video gets uploaded, this card might already be in the game. But Nomadic Force, it's basically a 4-star level 4 monster. It's a level 4, 1700 attack, 1000 defense. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battles in the graveyard, you contribute this card to target a face-down monster face-down defense position monster opponent controls and destroy that target. Okay, I mean, I guess, nah, I don't really like that effect at all. That's actually not a good effect at all. So, first of all, it's a 1700 attack, which now in 2018, with how far we are in the game, 1700 attack is alright, but it's not, like, good. You can destroy a monster by battle, I guess, but then you tribute this card to then target a face-down defense position monster opponent controls and destroy a target. I think this card would be good if you destroyed opponent's monster and then you would pop a face-down defense position monster without tributing this card, but because of the fact that you have to tribute this card is just not good. I feel like it's just a waste of time to use this card. Maybe there's a combo that I'm missing out, but like the fact that you have to destroy opponent's monster with this card. This card only has 1700 attack, so it's going to be a little difficult than normal to do. And then your opponent has to have a face-down defense position monster to even use that second effect. And if you want to use the second effect, you would have to tribute this card. I feel like that's just a waste of time, and it's just not that good at all. I actually really don't like this card. It just doesn't seem that good at all. Oof, right there. It's just a pretty mediocre card right there. Now we're going to switch back over here, and then I'm going to and go back to this full screen right here. So a couple other things to talk about too is, as you guys can see right here, here's some deck list stuff right here. I think this is basically a feature in Duel Links where you can submit decks and you can figure out like certain things. So we have deck list, gold text, gold deck list, set as goals, set deck list as goal, set as goal as deck list. I think this feature is already in the game. I believe this feature might already be in the game, but basically you can find a deck list on Duel Links and then you can set a goal to like figure out how to get those cards and stuff like that. Here's some player level deck usage: beginner, intermediate, advanced, all series. Receive deck list, submit a deck list, unlocked at stage 12. View deck list, required cards and skill completion rate. Submit deck list, submitting deck list. Just a bunch of stuff right here. Completed, incomplete, character, event, rank, duels, KC Cup, YCS, box, and newest or favorites. And then there you can sort it by newest, completion rate, release date, top rated, week and month, monster cards, spell and trap card cards, and interfering with the opponent. Just a little deck list feature right here, but I believe this feature is already in Duel Links and stuff like that. And there's also some filters right here for fusion, ritual, tribute summon, level 4 lower monster, and hey, synchro summon. There's a new filter for synchro summons. So that's a little cool thing right there. Synchros are coming up soon, boys. It's just nice to know. It's just nice to know that, you know, little things are right there. Now that's kind of going to be it for all this stuff right here. Now we're going to switch over to Guns Blazing Discord real quick. Here's another little Discord you guys can go find leaks and data mines and stuff like that. But one thing from Dragon that was cool is that there is a thing right here. It's like private string, light, I don't know, just something like, it looks like Atari. I'm gonna call it Atari Path. Map 5Ds, Theme Park 1, 5Ds, Balloon, Atari, or whatever right there. So that's cool right here. This is just one part of the map, and there's also another map for the 5Ds right here for the map 2, Theme Park, and then it's the Card Shop, Balloon, Hazard, or whatever. So this is just some like 5Ds world, like overworld information right there, which is kind of cool right there. And then there's another thing I believe right here. What is it? Shop Blue Eyes, 5Ds. Shop Blue Eyes. That's interesting. That's actually interesting right there. I wonder what that means. What else is over here? I don't know. I guess you guys can go take a pause on this and read it for yourself if you guys want to. I don't really think I'm going to take the time to read that, but Shop Blue Eyes 5Ds actually sounds pretty cool. I think that's actually pretty cool right there. But yeah, and then there's another Card Shop Balloon theme park right there. So I don't know. Seems interesting though. It seems very interesting though. But I think that's going to do it for today's data mine video. I'm sorry that this data mine video was all over the place. I really wanted to get this video out for you guys and I didn't want to delay it any further. So while it isn't the best quality it could be, I just rather make this video for you guys since I told you I would make it for you guys. So there you go right there. But I'm sorry that my commentary was all over the place. I felt like I could have done better, but I really don't got that much time and stuff like that. So I'm sorry about that. Still, if you guys enjoyed today's data mine video, hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. If you haven't already, check out my previous data mine video because that video talked about a lot of tuner monsters. It talked about just some other cool rank PvP cards that I think are going to be super cool when we get them introduced into Duel Links. And yeah, super excited about that. But that's going to do it for me, guys, though. Thank you for watching, and I'll go see you guys in the next one. Peace out.